I did a thing, guys. I baked the chocolate cake without an oven and used just my stovetop and a pot. And it's safe to say that it came out looking perfect and tasting amazing. Let me show you exactly how I made it. But first, for the ingredients, you'll be needing some cocoa powder, all-purpose flour, a lot of salt. I'll show you why you need a lot of salt in a bit. You'd also be needing some sugar, baking powder and soda, melted butter, milk, eggs, coconut chips, nutmeg, and any flavoring of your choice. As usual, the full ingredient list will be in the description box down below, okay? Now let's start by mixing up the batter for this cake. Gently crack open the eggs in a bowl. Then pour in the creamy milk, followed by the melted butter and your flavoring of choice. Whisk everything together to combine thoroughly. Afterwards, it's time to add the dry ingredients in the bowl, starting with the all-purpose flour, followed by the cocoa powder, some sugar, the baking powder and baking soda, and just a tiny sprinkle of salt. Then whisk everything together again to combine thoroughly. You want to continue whisking until you have achieved a texture just like this one. Your batter has to be slightly runny, but don't overwhix, okay, so that you don't end up with very hard cake when you're done baking. After whisking, set the bowl off to the side and bring in your baking pan. Now, coat the baking pan generously with some oil or cooking spray. The oil or cooking spray will prevent the cake from sticking to the pan after baking. So at this point, you can literally pour in the batter directly into the pan. But I like to take things a step higher and add an extra layer of parchment paper so that it's a lot easier to pull out the cake after it's done baking. But again, if you don't have parchment paper, you can just coat the pan generously with oil and pour the batter in there, okay? Afterwards, just gently pour in that yummy chocolate batter into the pan. You guys, this pour usually gets me smiling and drooling every single time. To put finishing touches to the batter, I'm topping with some coconut chips, but you can pretty much use any toppings of your choice for this. It's looking pretty and nice already, but we are not done yet, very obviously. Let's move over to the stovetop. Grab a large pot and place on the burner. Then grab that salt I mentioned earlier and then generously scatter it at the bottom of the pot to cover the entire surface. The salt will act as the base and will create enough heat in the pot without scorching the bottom of the pot or hurting it at all. I like to go over the salt with another flat base just to create another layer for the pan to lay on perfectly. I'm using this rack that I got from my microwave, but you can use any oven-safe dish or container. It will work perfectly as well. So that's the base all done. Now what you do next is just cover up the pot and allow it to heat up nicely for about 5 minutes on medium heat. Now note this very important point. If your pot cover has an opening, you need to seal it tightly with either some foil paper or some parchment paper or any paper of your choice. You want to ensure that you're trapping all of the heat in the pot while the cake is baking, okay? When the pot is nicely heated up, gently place the cake pan in the pot, then cover the pot and reduce the heat to medium-low. Afterwards, just allow the heat do its magic. Please guys, do not open the pot at least for the first 30 minutes into baking, because if you open the pot prematurely, you might end up with a cake that has fallen right at the center, and that's not a very pretty look. For the size of the cake batter that I'm baking, this took about 45 to 50 minutes to bake fully in the pot. And I baked it on medium to low heat, guys. Remember, medium to low heat. Before we continue with the video, we have some products and services on our website that you may be interested in. The first one being my new cookbook, Winnie Sizzling Selections, which has over 100 recipes that you can choose from. It's the only cookbook that you literally be needing this year. So hurry now to the website and order a copy for yourself. We also have our meal plan collection that has different meal plans like the low carb meal plan, the weight loss meal plan, the weight gain meal plan, the detox meal plan, and the plant-based meal plan as well. And then we also have our aprons and our smoothie ebook, which has over 30 smoothie recipes and our healthy snack ebook as well, which has over 25 healthy snack recipes. We have a range of products and you definitely want to check out the products on our website. And guess what, family? We're currently running a discount on all the products on the website, so now would be a good time to go and order a thing, a two, or three. Alright, let's go back into the video. After about 50 minutes, I decided to check on this and see how beautifully this cake baked in the pot. To know that it is fully baked, just insert a toothpick into the batter. If it comes out clean, then your cake is completely baked. Take it out and place it on the countertop to cool down completely. Now, before I show you the cake, let me show you the aftermath of the pot. The salt still looks perfect and can be reused for this purpose. So you can just save it up in a jar and place it in the pantry or wherever it is that you place your salt. Now, some of the coconut toppings fell into mine. If that happens to you as well, just remove the burnt toppings and just set it off to the side before stirring the salt. See how the salt protected the bottom of the pot. The pot still looks very good as new. There's no scorching, there's no burnt bits, there's no burnt parts. Absolutely nothing bad happens in the pot. Even the under of the pot still looks very good as well. So it's safe to say that you can use a pot to bake a cake without harming the pot. Now, when the cake has cooled down slightly, take it out of the pan and place on a cooling rack and allow it to cool down completely before you cut into it. This cake is absolutely perfect, guys. It just came out looking so beautiful, and you can see how the center of it just rose perfectly. It's just the perfect shape, and I almost do not want to cut into it, but we have to cut into it so that we can see what the inside of this cake looks like, okay? So when it is perfectly cooled down, gently cut out a slice or two, and look at how the inside just baked so perfect. The inside of the cake is also baked to perfection. The texture is also right. It's just perfectly moist. It's tender. Everything just works, and I know that this cake is also going to taste amazing as well. I absolutely love how this turned out, and it's safe to say that you can bake a cake on your stovetop using just a pot. Will you be trying this out? If you will, please kindly let me know in the comment section down below. And again, you can pretty much use this method to bake any type of cake: banana cake, red velvet cake, a vanilla cake, a pineapple upside down cake, whatever it is, this method would work perfectly as well. Alright, family, my job here is done. I'm going to see you again next time with another mouth-watering recipe. Until then, remember to take good care of yourself. Bye.